Welcome back. This is Jordan with Team J Classroom Fun, and thank you for checking out my YouTube page. Today, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sharing a little bit about some March read alouds that you could use in your classroom. These read alouds are all tied around St. Patrick's Day, but they are also really fun ones that you can use with your kids. And I also have some reading and writing activities that you could do along with it to kind of extend the lesson. So let's go ahead and check out our first book. So our first book is going to be There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Clover. Now, I love these books, and they seem to have one for every season, every holiday, all that kind of things. And what I love about these books is they're really fun rhyming books. So one of the things I would do when teaching with this book is I would have the kids work on identifying the rhyming words, and they could be seeing like what parts are rhyming. You also could have the kids write and create their own version. So maybe there was an old lady who swallowed a gold coin or a rainbow or whatever you would like to do that's kind of St. Patrick's Day themed. For our next book, we have How to Catch a Leprechaun, and this one has definitely become a very popular book over the last few years. So for this one as well, they could write their own directions of how to catch a leprechaun. So they could have their own where maybe they're doing some informational, like how-to type writing. You also can have the kids create leprechaun traps. I know this again has also become extremely popular over the last few years, but this is a great STEAM activity, a great team building activity where the kids could work together to use some materials to create some kind of trap to attempt to catch that leprechaun. Okay, the next book we have is The Night Before St. Patrick's Day. This is another great book that kind of has the same twist of like The Night Before Christmas. So kids will see some similarities with that as well. For this book, I'm trying to open up my note here. For this book, it has lots of great rhyming words. So rhyming would be another thing that you could do with this one. It also is really good with words choices like verbs and adjectives. So they could come up with some of their own. And they could even write their own version of this story as well. The night before, whatever they want. They could be doing St. Patrick's Day, something else with spring holidays, maybe the night before spring break. And there's ways they could tag that onto it. Okay, next up, we have The Gingerbread Man is Loose at School. This is another rhyming book. A lot of these have some great rhyming aspects to it. So this could be another one where you have kids pull out the pairs of words that rhyme. You also, because in this book, they have this leprechaun that magically shows up at school. And you could also, and he kind of talks in like these riddle rhyme kind of things. So another thing I was thinking you could have kids do, which would also be great for them practicing rhyming words, is they could create their own like rhyming leprechaun sayings. Okay. Another thing, they have some really good word choice in here. They have words like crafty and keen and nimble and quick. So this could be a great opportunity too to kind of look at what do some of those words mean? What are some synonyms for them? And kind of go into vocabulary as well. Another thing you could do in here, the leprechaun kind of leads them on this little scavenger hunt, and they have clues of places they need to go in the school to try to find him. So one of the things I was thinking you could also do is you could set up a little scavenger hunt where you have your own rhyming clues, like to different places around the school to have the kids go on to find like maybe a pot of gold, some gold coins or something like that. In most of these places, they do have where the leprechaun has trash the space. So obviously you could do that. I've done that before as well, but I also know that can be a large mess. So you don't necessarily have to do that. Last but not least, Pete the Cat. Can never go wrong with Pete the Cat. On this one here, they have where everyone is wanting to have a leprechaun. And so Pete's trying to help them out. So one of the things I thought you could do is you could have students create their own leprechaun. So they could come up with their own leprechaun name. They could describe him, which would be great for working with like adjectives and word choice. So that was one thing I was thinking is they could create their own leprechaun like with a special name, maybe some special skills, things like that. The other thing too is in all of these ones, when someone's coming to Pete the Cat and saying, I need a leprechaun, they're saying, I need luck for this. I need luck for that. So another thing could be like, what is something you need luck for? Or you could also have students write kind of an opinion piece. Would you want a leprechaun? Why or why not? And that could be another thing they could do. So thank you so much for staying tuned and for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Hope you have a wonderful start to March, and I hope these books will help out with some of your read alouds. Talk to you later.